Well, welcome everybody. My name is Brian Thompson, and I am the founder director of Home of Hope. We've been going for 16, 17 years. And this is my beautiful daughter, who is Carissa. She's been with me right from the start. She started as a volunteer, and then things grew. She came on part-time, and then she was on full-time, and then she's had 2 babies. So she's on 3 days a week. And Connie and I watch her kids one of those days when she's working so that she can pour herself into Home of Hope. And we are just online for the next 2 hours talking to sponsors who want to visit their child. You can come and go however you want. And we're also recording this because some people couldn't make it today. Can I just introduce a couple people first? Pastor George, can you turn on your microphone? Pastor George has been with me right from the start, and he's our rescue coordinator that I talk about lots in my book, Meant for More. How you doing, George?
Hi, Pastor Brian and the rest of the team. Carissa, I see wonderful team like Kelly that we just came here the other day. I'm good, and we are the Dream Center. And maybe later we'll be joining the family unit in my house. We are good, and we are so grateful to have you, even as we connect with children that are rescued at the Dream Center.
Very good. George, thank you for being such a faithful man. And now he's the legal representative and the overseer of everything that we do in the nation of Kenya. And Diana, can you turn on your microphone? Diana has been with me from the start of the Dream Center, and she is the Home of Hope manager of the Dream Center. Go ahead and say hi. You got lots of kids there at the Dream Center right now.
Hello, it's good to see everyone.
Very good. We've invited any sponsors of the children. How many kids do you have living in the Dream Center right now, Diana?
61.
61 kids. That's amazing. And one of the things that's so exciting is that we've had to go through many different levels in 12 years of government rules and government levels of privilege, I guess you could say. Of course, we had government blessing to start right at the start, but 2 months ago, George, I think I got it right. We got the final that we can foster children, we can adopt children, and we can send the children outside of the city of Nairobi now. And we're believing to place 12 children into farming communities where I've been many times, about 8 hours away in our another big section of Kenya that Home of Hope is in. And if you're watching live, or if you have any questions at all, you can be typing in questions on Facebook, or you can be typing questions in Zoom here. And we're on for 2 hours, so you can come and go as you want. Just quickly too, where's Rachel? Rachel, can you come online and unmute? Rachel is our very first caregiver when we started rescuing babies 12 years ago. And she is now a registered nurse, and she's our full-time nurse, which is one of our government rules. We have to have a full-time nurse to care for those 61 babies. Can you just say hi, Rachel? It's really hard to see your face with the bright light behind you. Yeah, that's better.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm here in my house with my 5 girls, the 4th family unit.
You know, she worked at the as a caregiver for so many years that she wanted to be a permanent mother. So she picked the 5 kids that she wanted, and they moved into a family unit, and they all have a lawyer involved. It costs about $1,000 per child to legally place a child under a caregiver that becomes their legal guardian. So thank you, Rachel, for being one of the most faithful people. But anyway, Kellyanne is from Alberta, and her and her family went with me together. We were at the Dream Center in April. And why do you love the Dream Center, and why are you involved? Kelly, go ahead and give us an update, please.
Actually, our business has donated to Home of Hope for a long time through our business partner, helping build a church in Rwanda, actually. We went down there on business, and then we went down and visited the Dream Center, and it is there's just no words to describe how humbling it is. you know, we wanted our kids to physically see how it is. And there's no words. There's just no to see how the caregivers are, how much they love the children, how much love the children have. It's amazing. It's just an amazing place. You know, you can go on Google and you can Google orphanages and you can see how bad conditions are, but it's not like that at all at Home of Hope. Not even a little bit. The orphanage is just, it's immaculate. I was actually in shock at how good of a condition it was, because you look up orphanages online. It's not like that. It is a wonderful place, and those kids are loved, beyond loved. Like they are showing, they call the caregivers mom, like they're truly their moms. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's truly a home. You walk in and they greet anyone who comes in just with open arms. They're just so kind. There's no words. There's just no words.
Thank you so much for your sponsorship and your love. And your husband went over first, and the first time he went there, didn't he tear up lots? Didn't it hit him emotionally?
Constantly. He was just calling me crying. And he doesn't cry. He's just a big tough guy, and he was just always crying and just falling in love with the kids, all of the kids, really. So
Well, thank you so much for your sponsorship. And Diana, do you want to bring one of the children that they are sponsoring, I guess is the right word, and connected with? I know you listed off about 10 children that you fell in love with, but do you have the one child there, Diana? Go ahead and turn on your mic and go back and forth and chat with Kellyanne for a minute. And anybody, you can type questions and we'll get around to every question here. Go ahead, Diana.
Hi, I am Jerida. I work with the Toddlers Room, and this one is Moni Kinzuri. She's now 1 year. Now she's now walking.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting so big.
Yeah, she started walking now.
Is that amazing? Thank you for being one of our outstanding caregivers. We have caregivers 24 hours a day, and the government, we follow the government rules. We need so many caregivers for so many children, and it is a very big expense to care for these children, but it's worth every cent. Go ahead, Kellyanne. Do you want to see another child, or whatever you want to do there? It's good to.
Honestly, every single toddler has we spent so much time in the toddler room. They're just amazing. Like, I don't even know. I would just cuddle them all again. They're just like, you know, Angel was amazing. Little John, like when I heard John's story, it just broke my heart about poor John. He connected.
What was John's story? Can you tell people what John's story? And do you have John there, Diana?
John's been there almost a year now, since July. And they don't really know his age exactly, but he was just found in his home maybe as a toddler. His mom just disappeared. They couldn't find her. And he was locked in his home maybe at 2 years old. They thought maybe 1 or 2. They guess he's about 3 now. And his neighbors found him. But at that age, like, a lot of the babies are found as babies, and they don't remember that age. To just be alone and know that your mom's gone. Just that breaks my heart. And he sat on Hannah's, my daughter's Hannah. He just sat on her lap, and he just hugged her, and he just soaked up the love, and he talked with her. She didn't understand because he was speaking Swahili, I think. And he was looking out the window and just visiting with her, and just grew such an attachment to her. And every day they visited, and every time she had to go, he'd cry. Just the sweetest, kindest little boy. He had so much. Is
John there, Diana?
Is it John Yakio?
He was in the toddler room. I'm not sure his last
He's
name.
about 1 year old.
He's about 3. About 3.
3. Okay, sorry.
And he'd been here about a year. So in July, he'll be there about a year.
Good. Okay, we'll try to get John on the screen. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your love. And it is very, very emotional. We at the Home Hope office, we cry when we see these stories, and it's a very emotional work. So we really thank all the sponsors and our great team of caregivers there. Is that John?
No, we are getting him.
Okay, sure. Let me know when John comes over. Maybe I just go to Martina. We can bounce around. Hi, Martina. Thanks for coming on. She was on like 15 minutes early. She's so excited. And Pramana and Javin, can you turn on your microphone? And this is the sponsor of Two Marys. And for some of you that are just watching for the first time, we rescue babies and young children. And the kids grow up, and some of the kids we've had to wait for government blessing before we could place them into families. So some of the children are older now, but we've been rescuing 12 years. So here's Mary. Go ahead, Javin. Can you turn on your microphone? Javin, hello. Oh, there, down prominent. Okay, there's Mary. Martina, there's Mary. Go ahead and say hi, Mary.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Kidole, siki kidole gani? Niko
Hi, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This is Sarah and Finya. They chose you guys. They just saw you and just loved you from the beginning.
That's your Canadian family. You know, I was when I go to Nairobi, one of my favorite things to do is go to the Dream Center, but to go on dates with children. I take a knife for a date every time I come. But I took Javin's entire family and I sat beside Mary and I gave her as much chicken. They love chicken. I gave Mary as much chicken as she could eat. Hi, Mary.
Like a grandpa baby.
Yeah, it's a grandpa. I'm the grandpa coming in. So,
Oh.
Mary, this is your family in Canada. Are you crying?
No,
She's crying.
no.
There's some feedback. Yeah, Javin, you got to keep your microphone muted. And Mary, what would you like to say to your family?
Thank you for the sponsorship, and I love them.
Oh, you're so loved. And your smile is amazing.
Thank you.
Javin
Yeah.
and Pramana, there's a feedback because you have two computers in one room. So you got to make sure the microphone and the speaker are turned off on one of them. Go ahead, Mary.
Yes, as I was saying, I wanted to thank them for the sponsorship they gave me, and even unto my academics. At school, I'm doing fine. And I hope they'll be safe wherever they are and keep supporting me. And I will always pray for them.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my
That's amazing. Mary's a little bit shyer, as you can tell, and that was very touching. Thank you, Mary.
heart. We're shy too. I get it.
For all the kids that are online, you know, sponsors love it when you can quote a Bible verse or sing a song. If any of you do that, not to put you on the spot, Mary, but if you have a Bible verse, you can quote or sing a song, or you guys as a family sing a song. And the other Mary is there too, right? Diana,
Yes.
there's two Marys.
Yeah, the other Mary is
Maybe the other Mary, Maybe the other
Yeah.
Mary can come on and say hi, and the first Mary can think of a Bible verse or a song if she wants. And then
Yes.
after we're talking for a few minutes, Martina, you guys can go into a breakout room and spend as much time as you want.
Oh,
Yes. So I say my verse.
Okay,
I'm gonna say a verse which comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 29. And it says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in the green pastures. He leads me beside the quiet water. He restores my soul."
Mary,
leads-
that is my favorite verse. My favorite psalm.
wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Very good. Is the other Mary there?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Javin?
Maria,
Ramana?
Maria Wangari.
Hi, Javin. Can you say hi? You're the father who's taken in 6 rescued children into your home. Thank you so much for your love. Javin's a little bit newer to Zoom here, so we're trying to coach him a bit. Can you turn on your microphone, Javin? Okay, we lost.
Maria.
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much. Maria is here and she's doing so good. We are sorry we are connecting with our phones, but the network is not so clear. But I know you can hear us now. Maria, how do you do?
I'm doing fine.
Very good. This is your sponsor family, Martina, on the picture. Can you see them? Go ahead and say hi, Martina. Then your screen is active.
Hi, I'm Martina. This is Sarah and Finya and Tilo.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
You know, one of our visions is never been to have an orphanage. The Bible says in Psalm 62, verse 8, that he places the orphan children into families. And we have some fantastic champions, and Javin and Pramana are pastoring one of our churches on the outskirts of Nairobi. And they have taken in these 6 wonderful rescued children, no father, no mother alive, abandoned, thrown away. They all have very emotional stories, but they've been rescued in the last 12 years. And now many of them are being placed into families. And Pramana and Javin, you guys are just outstanding heroes. I don't think Connie and I could take in 6 rescued children. that is a huge.
I have 2.
Yeah, she
Thank
has
you
2.
for serving.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much.
Martina, we're going to try something we haven't done before. We're going to put you and Javin and Pramana, both their screens, into a private chat. And then your kids can say hi. Maybe your kids, Martina, could sing a song or quote a Bible verse, and you guys can just take as much time as you want chatting to your sponsor family.
Cool.
Wow,
So Chris is going to get that set up.
So good.
So stay online, Javin and Pramana, and there should be a little command on the screen. Do you want to join a private chat? And you just hit yes. And the 3 screens will go into a private chat, and you can have a private chat.
And then when you're done, you can join back into the meeting.
Yeah, come on back.
Okay.
Chris
Thank
is
you
going to
so
give
much.
that a try. Dawn Hiroku, can you turn on your microphone? It's so good to see you. And
I think, do we have Ivy available? I think I had asked George for Ivy to come up.
I'll try to
Poor
talk.
John. That's okay.
You know, January the 7th, I think it was 2000 and I forget which year it was. We started praying for the rescue babies. And Dawn, you were the first person.
You were the first person to be like, we need to do something. What? No.
They sponsored, their first sponsor.
Yes, and you were the first sponsor. So in a way, you were one of the ones that kind of founded the Dream Center, which is so cool.
Yeah, thank you for sponsoring.
Thank you for all the sponsorship that you've given God, but especially little Ivy there. I don't know. Somebody's talking. I didn't expect that. Eh?
Just ask for Kleenex. It's good to have Kleenex close by. What do you have to say, Dawn? Why did you get involved right from the start?
Oh, because you can. And if you can't, you don't need to. But when you can, you have to be involved. How can you not? It's so important. Oh my goodness, how beautiful you girls are. And you young men too. Oh, wow. Look at you. Can you tell me all your names? Back to you too.
Is that it? Don't see. Diana, can you maybe help just say their names one by one?
This is John Yakio. John Yakio came on.
Just one name. It's hard to even remember
This
what
is
it is.
John.
John. Okay, there's John.
And Esther.
Hi, Esther.
Where's Esther?
Somebody.
Oh, there she is.
And Sam.
Sam.
This is of the very first rescue child.
Samuel Joshua.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna find his picture.
we're gonna find his picture. But yeah.
And this is
This is
John.
and on page
There's a John.
76 of my book. This is the story of our first rescue baby that was thrown away in a garbage bag with the umbilical cord still attached. There's Sam getting a little bit older, and there's Sam today living at the Dream Center. He's a real person. He's a wonderful little boy, and he's the first. How old is Sam now?
11.
He's 11.
12.
12.
Wow,
Yeah.
12.
We started rescuing babies 12 years ago, and there he is. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I haven't had a good cry for a while. This is very, very touching.
Yeah, the kids are just so much bigger than they were when I was there. You know, at that point, I think the oldest was maybe 8.
Yeah.
And this Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Jeremy.
Jeremiah Aaron.
I
This is Ivy.
Where's Ivy?
Ivy.
There. Where's Ivy? Bring Ivy nice and close because Dawn sponsors Ivy. Come on in, Ivy.
That's Ivy.
There's Ivy, Dawn.
Yeah,
She's so beautiful.
so good to see you. Actually moving around instead of just on a picture.
Yeah. A little different than a picture on your fridge.
Yeah, that's sure. Yeah.
Diana, can you tell us a little story of Ivy if you could? I know the children are there, so you don't need to be graphic at all. Just give us a little bit of how Ivy was found. And Dawn, you can ask any question you want. And then maybe Ivy, I don't know if she can say a Bible verse or sing a song, or the kids there. Go ahead, Diana.
Yeah, maybe what I can say about her story just now is that she transferred from another children's home that were not giving her the best of care that she needed. She came alongside with others, very tiny.
Okay, you help rescue her that way.
Yeah.
How old is she now?
7.
7. Dawn, this is kind of amazing because these kids have not done this before, so they're looking kind of shocked and a little bit stunned.
What's on the screen? Ivy,
Ivy, go ahead.
Ivy, what's your favorite thing to do at school? You like to
write. You can shout.
To write.
You like to write stories?
Yes.
Do you? My granddaughter loved to write stories. When she was a little girl, she had pages about this thick beside her bed. She was about 5 years old and she couldn't write letters yet. And she just all package and said, Nana, read me the story. And I had to go through every page. There must have been about 300 of them and tell a story for that page, even though there was nothing written on it. So I got to write stories too. Who's that talking? Do you like to sing? Ivy, do you like to sing?
Oh, Dawn loves singing.
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't you guys pick a song you can sing, Diana? And one of the, those kids sing and sing and sing. They got lots of. The Bible is one of their favorites, I know. But pick any song you want. Oh, the internet.
Bwana Yesu ninampenda. Amen. Watoto waokoka kwa jina lake. Na huyu Yesu asifiwe. Nampenda. Bwana Yesu ninampenda. Hallelujah. Amen.
So Sam, what does that song say? What's the meaning of what you sang? You can say in English. Esther, you can say what the song.
That song means you should love God, you should love people, and you should love children.
Wow. I haven't heard that song. Can you sing a song in English?
God. We have in Jesus, all our sins are forgiven. What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins were forgiven. So I want to greet somebody, telling them to love him, then you put your hands together and praise the Lord. So I want to greet somebody, telling us to love him, and you put your hands together and you praise the Lord.
Wow. That was amazing, you guys.
Good job.
You should see all 60 of them just dancing and jumping and going for hours. And
Yeah, I was wanting to see some dancing. That would
Yeah.
be awesome. Diana, I wanted to say hi to you. It's so good to see your face.
did you hear that, Diana?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dawn. You are such an encouragement to me. I really like you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. I remember the words you said when you came to visit, and I have never forgotten. So thank you so much for being such, having a generous heart and helping with the work going forward.
My pleasure. Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? You know, as you guys were singing, I was watching the Levi chat box. Hi, Levi. 4 of the boys that were living at the Dream Center 2 months ago are now placed in families out 8 hours
Yeah, we are
away, and
fine.
they were smiling because those are their brothers and sisters. Hello, Levi. How are you doing? It looks frozen. He's 8 hours out of the city, so the internet can be up and down. But Levi, when you can, turn on your microphone and say hi, and give all those boys names who are orphans now placed in a farm with a great man. You know, here's a good story. Levi was an orphan himself, and he was taken in by Pastor Jeremiah. And now Levi's older and married, and now Levi is our Home of Hope leader, 8 hours away, and he has taken in four boys, and we're just raising money for the 2 girls to move from the Dream Center. We need about $1,000 per child because legal fees, so they can legally be placed in Levi's home. Levi, what are the names of the boys there? I see Javin. Javin? Hello, Levi. Can you turn on your microphone?
What'd you say, Javin?
Okay.
And
he just left. Okay, he's gonna reboot.
Yes.
Can I just go, we'll come back to you in a minute, Kellyanne, if you just be ready. I just want to pull in Gary because Gary's been on. Gary, can you turn on your microphone and camera? And you can ask any question you want. Feel free to jump in here. Anybody can type a question as well. Are you following on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching on Facebook Live, ask any question you want, financial questions. If you want more information about the children, we can send it to you privately because we got to be discreet with the terror. Many of them just absolutely brutal stories, and some of them. I gave my book to someone that was staying in our Airbnb, and they were reading it, and they said, Brian, we had to put it down. It was just so graphic. And I said, we left out a lot of stories and we made it very, very tame, but it was just shocking to them that what happened, torturous things that happened to children that have been rescued. Levi, I see you back. Can you turn on your microphone and camera? Or sorry, your microphone, and introduce the boys beside you there. Looks like he's still frozen. Gary, are you still there? You text me that you were on Zoom and ready to talk. So
Got one frozen in.
one frozen and one's out. Okay, Kellyanne, do you have any back to you? Go ahead and say anything you want, ask any questions.
Sure, I have some questions. Well, I don't know, is George on?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I just have a question. We went to the slums, which was again mind-blowing. And we met a young lady, Janet there. She was a young mom, and I know that they do a program there that helps young moms get into like food carts and programs. So it's not just about like all the babies going to the home. They're expanding and trying to help the community so that the babies, of course, stay with the moms, and it's more about getting food carts and trying to help the community as a whole, because obviously institutionalizing kids isn't the best. It's and so we met Janet, and she was I believe 18. I can't remember her exact age. And what an inspiration, she was able to keep her baby, and they helped her with this program. And I just wanted to know maybe an update how she was doing, if she was able to get into a food cart, just any update on her actually, because, seeing the slums and her living there in the slums, it was just heart-wrenching. I know you've been to the slums, Brian, and it's
Yeah, 700,000 people living in pig pens and sewers running down the street. George, can you turn on your microphone? Do you have a reply to that?
Yes.
George, you got an echo again. So Janet or whoever the other computer is, you need to turn one of them. Oh, okay, he's moving over. Thanks, George.
Yes, I'm here, and I hope you can hear me clearly now.
Yes, that's better.
Yes, thank you so much, Kelly. for coming and visiting the slum and the Dream Center. Yes, what we do with the program is we came to realize that not just good to rescue, because we were asking ourselves questions. Are we just going to wait until babies are abandoned and then we rescue them? And that's where the idea came with counseling, and which Janet is here, my wife, who is doing the program, reaching out to this. So far we have seen over 400 women, teenage girls, accept to take care of their kids and their babies. And so in as much as we are talking of 61 babies being at the Dream Center, we are talking of more than 400 babies that have been rescued, and their mothers are staying with them in the slum. And that is when the idea of supporting them with the businesses are coming in. The lady that you saw is not yet in the program yet, and we are hoping that as we begin the food business, when the finances are available, we are able to allow to enroll her in. So she's part of the people that are in the waiting list, and whenever maybe we have finances to do that, we will be able to do that. But thank you so much for coming, visiting the slum, going deep down the slum, and ensuring that we are able to reach out to these families, which we have most of them success stories. We have some of the children that are now big enough, and they're going to school because they were rescued out of that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so sorry, so do you need sponsors for that program, or do you need, is that the microloan program? I'm confused about how that program works.
Yes, for now we need, yes, we were doing this, and we stopped it a little bit because there was no funds for that. And so it's one of the prayer that we are praying, that whenever we have sponsors coming in, we are able to reach out to many of these women that are in need. Because one of it is that these ladies will call, and there is, because of poverty and so many other things, so the sustaining of the women, ensuring that these ladies go to hospital, they keep their babies, and then we support them. But the key thing is to have them enroll into the business such that as they are training in the business, as they give birth and they keep their children, they start the microloan, which the microloan supports her and supports also the children, the child they are taking care of. So that is George, what we are praying for now. Yes.
George, how many ladies are being trained right now for the next level of microloan food carts?
For now, we are enrolling 50, and 20 are already in the training class. So, but we have in Kariobangi, they are already 20, and we are reaching out to these other locations as well. So the target is 50, but we have 20 who are on the waiting list.
One of the things we say over and over again, the best way to help a child is to help a mother, if they have a mother, make their own money. Of course, all of the Dream Center kids have no mother involved in their life. They're total orphans. And I talk about it just for people that might be watching online. On page 105 in my book, this is one of our food carts. There's Pastor George right there, and a dear friend from Edmonton who has been there and very helpful in helping train with microloans. Her name is Lee. And so if anybody is interested, a cart costs $250 US. How much is that in Canadian? I think it's $350. I don't know.
I'm just going to share the screen here.
Oh, so Chris is going to share the screen.
The website. This is a microloan page.
Okay, these food carts are in Congo, and we need to update that. Okay, there's 350 buys a stand, umbrella, a little barbecue, all the supplies and inventory they need. Also a little hand washing place, and ladies who live in the slum who are begging for money and maybe once in a while make $1 washing clothes when they're needed, they're starving, and they can move right into making $10 and $20 a day on a 6-month microloan with the food cart like this. We have carts with wheels, but the women have put a request in to have just little stands that are lighter aluminum. They can pick up and carry because the ground is so rough. Kellyanne, you know how pushing a cart through the slum would be almost impossible. So that's why they're carrying it. Maybe just leave that up there for a minute. Do you have any more questions, Kellyanne, about the microloan program? I know you and your husband have been very interested in
Yeah,
that.
I was just curious if, so I read in the book that it was Congo, so I was just curious if it was also part of the
Yeah, no.
Kenya.
George started the food cart in Kenya and it caught on, and then we went to Congo next.
Okay.
So these are the food carts that roll, and they are
Yeah.
in Congo. And so I just scrolled up on the website here, and then when I scroll down, here's the one that's in Kenya.
Yeah, we have the ones in with wheels and without in both countries. Rwanda, it's illegal to sell food and stuff on the side of the road. They just let the people be poor. That's very
my God.
discouraging. Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane.
Here's a wonderful story. One of our first, her name is Janet.
Let me take this.
No, that's fine. Janet, and she had one of her first stories. I don't know, George, if you want to comment on her, but she was one of our first microloans, and she had, I believe, a food cart. Then she made more money, and then she started a little business with her own little kiosk, and she sells lots of different things. And she had a baby, and guess what she called that little baby? She called him Brian. I didn't ask her that. George, you want to make a comment on that story?
Yes, the lady is Jane. Her name is Jane, and yes, Jane. The first thing that happened with Jane is that she called a signpost. She was pregnant. She was working in the. That is I'll say like I'll call it like a brothel. You know, where people go and they just sell their bodies and something like that. So we had to counsel her. And by that time, she wanted to kill herself. And then she accepted that she will go through the counseling. And that is when she will take care of the son. So we started, she's the first lady that started the idea of the food carts. By that time, it was a small stand. We were just doing the fries. And so because of that, she accepted Christ. She went to a point of going of counseling. And today, after she went through the stages of improving into microloan, and she was the first person that we gave almost like the first time we gave 350 by that time. And right now, she's owning a store, which is a shop. She has built her own place because we went to the local chief, and that is a local authority here that was able to give her a piece of land next to where she was doing the business. And she's now built her own place. It's a semi-permanent home. She's now not on the rental, and having 3 kids in a family. She's one of the biggest people who are tithing in the church and committed in the ladies meeting and meetings that we are having here in Nairobi.
Self-sustaining projects.
Thank God because she's also supported 2 ladies, the teenage pregnant moms that came through, and we thank God that we can initiate these programs and we see the ripple effect. Thank you so much.
George, let me put you on the spot here. Like most of the babies that are being thrown away, what percentage do you think are teenage girls that are being raped or with incest? And they see the signpost on the side of the road that says, please don't throw away your babies. So we rescue a lot of babies that have come into the Dream Center, but you've rescued hundreds of more because we've reached out to the teenage girls. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Can I take that off?
For now, we are talking about the percentage is around 60%. Actually,
60%.
About 60% of teenage
girls raped
that have faced rape. And surprisingly enough, that the people who have done this issue of rape has been their close relatives, some of them, either a relative, and that is why we have children of incest that are, some of them it could be maybe the people that have been either maybe like I'll say maybe a boss or somebody that is closer to them.
Yeah.
You
said 60%. 60% of the ladies that call, and you still get calls every day. You were averaging 10 to 15 calls for many years. How is that? Is that gone down a bit, George?
Yes, for now we are talking of around 7 to 8. The number has gone halfway.
You get
because we have a
7
lot of
calls a
mobilization.
day, 7 or 8 calls a day to your phone. And you're the one that goes rescues. Sometimes he'll get on a motorbike, rental motorbike, and just tear over there to rescue the baby. Other times, him and his wife and the team help counsel teenage girls, leading them to Jesus, bringing them to church, and trying to involve them in microloans to keep their baby. And there's been a lot of, George, you and Diana should write some success stories of young girls who have chosen to keep their baby. That would be some great stories. Okay.
Yeah, I love that program.
Sure.
That program is just, I mean, like they said, right? The babies, you know, what you're doing, you and your wife, with keeping those babies with their moms. I mean, obviously you're helping the community with the microloans, you're, you know, so those babies are staying out of the, I love the institution that you guys have. I mean, it's brilliant. And I mean, the babies have to go somewhere, but you know, by helping your community with, you know, your idea of having the farm with your land that you're getting, I just think you're doing so much for your community, George. It's incredible. I've seen it with my own eyes, what your plan is and where you're going. I think you're not just putting a Band-Aid on it, you're trying to fix it as a whole. So it's incredible.
Yeah, it's just amazing. This is my daughter, Carissa, for anybody that's just tuning in. Carissa, how long have you worked for Home of Hope, and do you ever cry once in a while?
Of course I do. Like you said, I started part-time and then I jumped in, I think full-time right after that. I think 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
14 years. And so I've been in this a long time.
And you've been
but
there a number of times.
Yes.
Let me put you on the spot. What's your favorite story?
What's my favorite story? Well, the one that we always go back to is Jaden, because it's probably one of the most impacting stories that we have. I haven't seen Jaden, but if he's there, we can talk.
No, Levi, there he's coming back. We'll try Jaden again right away.
But Jaden is just like, he was dying of starvation. And so he would have died if Home of Hope didn't exist. And so the story of Jaden is probably my favorite.
Oh, get it backwards here. Levi. Oh, yeah, Levi, can you turn on your microphone? Jaden is right there now. He's like 12 years old. I saw him when I was in Kenya in April this year. Jaden, I always look for you. And I took you for, guess what? When I asked him, what do you want to do on a date? You know what they say? They want chicken. So I took Jaden for chicken and we had a date. Can you turn on your microphone? Jaden, can you say hi? He's the little boy that we rescued who sucked all the skin off the fingers, and Chris's favorite story today. There he is. Hi, Jaden.
You're too grown up. Stop it. Look how big you are.
You're 12 years old now, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Holy, you're so handsome.
You know, I was reading the Bible this morning, and let me just say something quick. Josiah in the Bible, his whole life was prophesied 400 years before he was even born. And Josiah was 8 years old when he started changing the world. And 400 years before he's born, every child has a destiny and a calling. And Jaden, you have a very big purpose. I got it back up.
Thank you.
Sing a song?
Hey, yeah, Josiah. I just called you Josiah. Jaden, can you do a scripture or a song for us? That would be great.
A memory verse.
Go ahead.
My memory verse come from the book of John chapter 1 verse 1. It says, in the beginning there was a world, and the word was with God, and the word was God. Jesus loves me, yes, I know. For the Bible tells me so. You little want to eat me low. There with by it is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so.
Wow. Jaden, we love you.
Jesus loves you.
Yeah, he has a farm. He has a small animal here. Maybe he can tell us about his small part of the land. Huh?
I say thank you because you have bring me here, and my life have changed. For now, I know how to take care of cows and our goat, and we have planted some sugar cane and bananas.
So the cows are there.
There is
Wow. Look at this.
Mary and
Mary the cow?
Girl.
Oh, no, it's boys.
Oh, well, I just see.
Very good. Just to update again, Jaden was just living in the Dream Center until 2 months ago, and we got government approval to just start putting children in farming communities around Kenya. It's absolutely amazing. And Levi, you were an orphan and you were raised by loving parents, and now you are taking in orphans. Can you tell them how are you giving them a piece of ground for teaching them how to do the garden? Tell us about that, Levi. You're an outstanding human.
Thank you very much, and so much excited for this big family. Really, they are helping me do some farming activities in our farm here. Jadon has a piece of farm. He has grown some vegetables. Also, we have the cowpeas, we have the kales, and we have the sugarcane. So I have the maize. So when they are free, like a weekend, and after church, they learn to go to the farm for themselves. They look at them, they pick some for the family use. And this one is really exciting, and they are growing up. And I think maybe you can talk about what he has grown in the farm, Jadon.
I have grown some cowpeas and some tomatoes in our farm, and we have even a banana tree. And our father have planned to us that we should plant an avocado tree.
You know, Levi is so genius. He's not just telling the kids to work in the garden. He gives each child their own piece of garden and say, this is your garden. You will weed the garden and you can get the fruit of the garden and you can plant the garden, and you're teaching them how to be an entrepreneur. Levi, you're genius. Yeah. Levi is a school teacher, and he's our Home of Hope leader, where we have about 10 churches out in rural Kenya. You're doing an outstanding job. I'm very proud to know you.
Thank you very much. We are hoping when they grow up, I've talked to them that they'll have a piece of land where they can also build their own house and maybe have a family, because maybe becoming a grandfather. So they have a place to have a home, a house for themselves. They're learning how to also stay with the new families and their friends in school. And I think they are doing well. So much well.
I like that you said that. That just means that you're here for the long haul. You're here for the kids, for their lives, not just as their kids.
It is true.
So good. Jaden, do you like living there?
Yes.
It's totally different than the Dream Center, isn't it?
I have known the garden practices like weeding mulching, and cover crop cropping and thinning.
Like feeding your words.
Yeah.
Levi, can you introduce the other boys that are there for us, please?
Oh, I'm happy. Okay, let me have a. This one is called Robert. Very funny and always smiling and so cooperative. The one behind there is Zana David.
Zana David. Oh,
David is here also.
I really remember him as a
Very
baby.
hardworking, loves church. Then we have
I'm eating sugarcane.
oh,
And your English is very, very good.
Yeah.
then,
Wow, I would not recognize him. They're really growing.
this one is Jacob.
Jacob.
Honey. I think he's also very hardworking in school. He's now a leader in school in his class and also at home in the church. He loves so much going to church. Then this one is a boy. It was stand up. This is called Joel. He's one of the boys also I'm putting up with. I adopted him from 2015 and he's now in grade 3. Her mother also just dropped her at my place and I've brought him up with my wife and now we are like the father to this boy. So we are exactly a family of 5 boys with my wife. You know, we want those the 2 girls to balance.
So you have
the-
7.
Yeah.
Now you're wanting to have 2 more girls from the Dream Center. What are the girls' names? And we're praying for a miracle that they can move before August so they can start school in your area. Why do you want 2 more girls? And what are their names?
Yeah, we want Esther Queen and Iris. We are missing them because my wife is the only girl.
Again,
So I need
Esther and-
some 2 girls to also help.
Sorry, Esther, and what's the second girl you're moving?
Is Iris.
Iris. Yeah, we're praying for $2,000 so that they can go through the legal process and the lawyer and get placed permanently. And Levi, is your wife there, Dorothy? Maybe she could come and say hi. Or is she working?
Yeah, he's in the kitchen. Let me. She's coming.
Oh, I bet you she's working hard in the kitchen. You know. Anybody else have a question? I really like watching the faces of the other kids because these guys used to be part of the family of the Dream Center, and only 2 months they've moved away. Maybe George or Samuel, if any of your boys or families have questions, you guys, this is something you guys should do in Kenya, is have like a monthly party where everybody can say hi to everybody so they can still stay connected.
Yes, totally.
That'd be a great
I
idea.
think they'll probably miss it, being at the Dream Center.
Is there
Any questions?
George, any of your kids have questions for their family now that lives with Javin? Oh, maybe he's.
Yes, I'm here, and the boys are here. That is, we have James. Did you see? Did you see your brothers from Bungoma? Have you seen them? Who do you recognize there, James? Jacob. Any question that you have for Jacob? You don't have. You're just smiling here. And George. George, you don't have any question? Okay, and we have Emmanuel here. Emmanuel is here. Maybe you have a question, and Peter, you can come closer. Maybe you want to know what is happening in the Western area, and you want to ask a question. Okay. Okay, I'm having these are the boys, and the girls are also in the kitchen. They are helping with Janet is chapati day today, and they're helping to cook. But
George,
maybe
George,
yes,
let me put you on the spot. You and your
Oh.
wife are the overseers of everything we do in Kenya. You're the rescue
Yeah.
coordinator. You have 2 of your own children. Why did you take
Yes.
6 more rescued children into your family? Why are you so crazy?
Yeah, you know, number one thing that we do is that we have our kids, and here is Asaf. Asaf is a firstborn here, but now we are a big family, and Ashley is in the actually they are in the kitchen together with the rest of the girls. And I want to say this, that you know, the rescuing of babies at the Dream Center has pushed us to even to do more. And we were just having our 2 kids, and then we said, let's expand our house to have this wonderful family. And the reason why we are doing this is to be a father figure and a role model to these kids. Like now, Peter is here. Peter is now, how old are you, Peter?
17, turning 18.
17. And so 17 years old, and as we connect, we talk. And basically that's the reason to have them, and to also to be their role model, to connect with them, and to give that care that they need, which is quite different from when the kids are just at the Dream Center.
George,
So
explain this picture in the book. There's Peter right there.
Yes, that is Peter. So Peter, you know, the first day that was just in the slum, and we got a call, and we rescued Peter when he was just, let me say, like around 4 years. And 4 years, he's been here at the Dream Center. He's now in our family, and we have seen the transformation that has come in. First, that he is having a family, and he's here with me, and he's here with us. And maybe he can say something that he can. What is the difference of being in a family and in the Dream Center? Peter, you move closer and maybe say something. What you can communicate to the team.
Hi, my name is Chamungai. I've been 18 years old. I've been living in the Dream Center since 2012. Then Dad took me. Living here has been a wonderful journey. Having a dad who cares for me, always coming to school, checking after me. I thank God for him. Yes.
Wow. We're proud of you. You know, a lot of the kids we rescue as babies, others have horrific stories as well. And Peter, thank you for allowing us to have your story in our book. It's amazing. Do you guys want to sing a song or quote a Bible verse while we're focused on your family? And Carissa can send this video right now to the sponsors that maybe couldn't make it online today.
Yes, I think we're going to start with James and then Emmanuel. James, you have a memory verse you want to say, or a song?
A memory verse.
Okay, we call the verse.
Memory verse start from the book of Ephesians 3:20, and it says, "Now to him who is able to do more than you can ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us."
Great. That is James, and James now is in high school. They just came back yesterday from the 1 week break. We have George. George, what do you want to say? Which memory verse or a song?
Matthew 7:7 says, "Ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you shall find, and knock, the door shall be opened to you."
Okay, we have Emmanuel, Mr. President.
Oh, my daughter and her husband sponsor, and Mr. President.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Amina Zachariah.
Can you go louder?
Laura?
My memory verse comes from the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 8. It says, "You are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, says the Lord, who is and who was and who is to come, the Almighty." Thank you.
There's a
Right.
picture of you in the book, and my daughter Joy came with me, and her husband JD drew a picture of you. They call you Mr. President because you're a leader, and so the picture is you with a Kenyan flag. Maybe you will be the president someday.
Yeah, Emmanuel is doing good, and he's leading in his class, and that is one thing that we know for sure, that we are raising a leader here. We are raising leaders here. They are doing good. We have Yvonne and we have Sarah. Yvonne,
Yeah.
you want to say hi?
Oh, I love Yvonne.
And maybe what you want to become, and maybe a memory verse or a song.
I was there. Guess what? I bought all those kids. I bought them chicken. I like eating chicken with you, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Go ahead, George. A memory verse.
Okay, Yvonne, you want to say some memory verse? Or do you want to say a song? Okay. Okay, we have Sarah. Sarah is here. Sarah, you can just say your name, which grade, and what maybe a memory verse.
My name
Louder.
My name is Sarah.
Memory verse. Okay, Sarah is here, and I think we've just gotten from the kitchen. She's still getting well, and she's very emotional, Sarah, most of the time. When she sings, giving some memory verse, tears will always roll her face. But we are so grateful. My daughter is here, Ashley. Ashley, you want to say your name, which grade, and maybe a memory verse?
My name is Ashley again, and I'm in grade 4.
Okay, memory verse you want to say?
Yes.
Mhm.
Psalms chapter 1, verse 1, verse 4, it says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, but whose meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which eats in fruit in season, but whose leaf does not wither, whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked, they are like chaff that the wind blows away."
Wow. She's a leader. You know, I want to thank you for allowing all those new brothers and sisters to come into your family. It's very, very generous of you.
Thank you. And we want to just say to the Home of Hope and the entire sponsors that it's a great opportunity to be in the team, to work and to ensure that we get this opportunity. We get this opportunity to be fathers, to be fathers, loving parents to these wonderful kids. And we know that the future is great as we do this together. Thank you so much, Pastor Brian, and every other person that is doing what they're able to do to ensure that we give these kids the best.
Thank you so much. If anybody's just tuning on, you know, coming and going from Facebook, we are having a chat with 61 different children and babies at the Dream Center, plus many of our families, our children that have been placed in families, which is a big, big goal of ours. And Chris, what do you maybe just share a couple of things? You haven't, I talked too much.
Well, I was going to share our website because we have a lot of things on the website that I wanted to highlight. Here it comes. So here's our website. If you haven't been on here before, I'd encourage you to check it out because we have our promotional video right there. But over here on the tab, you can go to sponsor a child right there. So super easy to go to, and you can look through many children that are needing sponsorship right now.
Look at those wonderful kids.
Yes, and Sandy keeps talking about David right there in the middle. He has been on the website the longest of all of them, and she's just like, he has the best smile I don't understand why people aren't sponsoring him. So I just thought I'd highlight him.
Sandy's our sponsorship coordinator in the
Right.
Home Hope office. So,
Yes, so there's many children here on the website if you would like to sponsor. a
or
child.
if people can help share the link right there, you can copy the link, Homo Hope sponsor /child, and you can send it to any family or friends or relatives saying, we know this is a great organization and would you like to sponsor a child? Oh, by the way, we have our Home of Hope leader in India hoping to come to our summer camp, July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. He'll be here for 10 days. He's just waiting for his visa, but he's come to Canada before, so we hope he can come again. So Andrew Paul from India will be at in Red Deer, Lord willing, the end of this month. And he, he's a great guy. He sponsors someone at the Dream Center, even though he lives in India. He's amazing. He's got a great heart, him and his wife.
One other thing I just wanted to highlight on our website quick is our blog, because we have a lot of stories of children. Like, for instance, one of the newest things that we are, is this in Rwanda or is that Congo?
It's Congo.
Oh, that's Congo, but we're helping street kids in Rwanda now.
This is
right?
this boy in the street or a screen is one of the street boys. We're reaching 120 different street children in a brand new facility that was donated by a sponsor. And for $160, people can help a child get right off the street and live with a Christian family. And these boys were teaching them how to raise their own money, selling charcoal door to door, so they get money for food. They just need a nice place to sleep. So $160 will help them get a mattress, some clothes, and school uniforms, and they can start school and have a future.
So that's a one-time donation.
That's a
I know lots
one-time.
of people don't necessarily want to commit to a
No.
monthly donation, but 160, you can get a kid off the street. That is money well worth spending.
Yeah, that's Pastor Ephraim, and we talk about him in the book too. And we are starting another. Fidel in Rwanda said there's 7,000 children living on the streets of Rwanda. So he's finding the street kids that are close to his church in Gatsata in Kigali. And we have like a semi-professional football player that was an orphan, and he's helping our church reach these street kids by using soccer.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a great program. It's just starting.
So I was just highlighting the blogs here. We've had some recent blogs, and I just encourage you to read them, share them. Here's Esther. She was just on the
Esther.
call. So this is highlighting her story. She is a queen, according to the blog.
Uh-huh.
And 25 reasons why you should sponsor a
Oh,
child. So
I should read that again.
yes, you
25
should.
reasons.
There is so many things that you can check out,
Oh,
not
stop.
just on our Facebook page, but also on our website.
Stop. Those are the 12 kids that are chosen to go live in the rural area. So we saw a couple of them. There's Jaden there and some of the kids that Levi talked about. So again, we're needing about $1,000 for 8 children to be placed before August school.
Yeah, so it's a total of 12. 4 are paid, or not paid, but we have
already moved.
raised the money and they have moved. So we're raising money for the 8 more children to move to the farm.
That's our goal.
Yes, that is.
Rescue kids and put them into a,
How happy does he look? I think they love it. So let's move 8 more kids.
it's fantastic.
Yes. And 2 other things. We are having 2 events coming up here locally. We're doing a dunk tank at the Westerner Days. How fun is that? That's July 19th.
The city of Red Deer called us and are giving us a free 8 hours dunk tank to raise money for children.
So awesome. It's for the children.
Yeah.
That's
so,
the tagline.
So Red Deer, Central Alberta, get ready. It's Wednesday the 19th and come and you can dunk Carissa.
I'm going.
I will pay money to dunk you.
Oh my God.
And it's for the children.
And we're also doing a yard sale in July. There's other events happening. They'll be on our website. You should check it out and get involved, sponsor, ask any questions.
July the 12th, we're going Rotary Park. We're having a picnic. We're having an appreciation picnic in Red Deer at a real good park. So anybody from Red Deer, Central Alberta, you're welcome to come.
Yes. One other thing on the website that I forgot to mention is present needs. This is something that people often ask us about. We have lots of things happening, but people are like, hey, but what is your present need right now? Because I just got my tax return and I want to give. So this is where we want to send people is to this present needs on our website. We update that quite regularly.
Mhm.
Yes.
And again, anybody can ask any question anytime. You can phone Krista, or you can get my cell phone and call me directly. or you can private text on Facebook. Any questions at all? Oh, by the way, we just finished our audit in Rwanda and our audit in Congo. We have independent auditors. In fact, our Rwanda auditor went to Congo. They don't know anybody over there and represented us, and they just passed an audit. And our Kenya one, George, I think is going to be done almost any day. We kind of go mid-years because the most auditors are really busy January, February, March, so we don't have to do it that month. So anyway, thank you for doing a good job, all of our Home of Hope team around the nations of the world. Why don't we, Gary, it's so good to see you online. I'm texting you, but if you want to come online, you or your wife want to ask a quick video and say hi, you're more than welcome in between breaks here. Margie, are you still there? This is Diana's daughter. Can you tell us what do you do on the team of Home of Hope in Kenya?
By the way, I think it's so cool that Diana's kid is helping.
This is Diana's daughter, Margie.
Hi, I'm Margaret. I work as a social worker at the Dream Center. I help with the rescue and their legal filing of documents, and also help with the exiting of the kids, and generally their social life here at the Dream Center.
Wow.
I enjoy spending.
There's a little bit of feedback on you there. How much education have you had? You've gone to university to be a foster worker, right?
Yeah, I've done up to diploma stage, but I'm saving up for my degree.
Okay, very good. And one of the rules of the government, you know, some of the rules are crazy and stupid, but some of them are very good. Having a qualified, trained professional like Margie and our full-time nurse, Rachel. Anastasia has also got her bachelor degree in child care and fostering. And that's what the government asked, and we're glad to follow that. So you go, when someone comes and wants to foster or adopt in Kenya a child, you are the one on the team that go inspect the house and get the application from people and then start the process of how long does it take for a person or a couple to meet a child, come to the Dream Center and get a child moved into their house? How long does it take? 6 months?
Yeah, the minimum it can take is 6.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but first we meet the parent, we do interviews. Then there's requirements that we get from them to see if they are qualified to take the kid. Then we do visits to see the place where the kid will be going and writing a report before we start the process.
Thank you, Margie. You're a wonderful girl. And I'll come back and take you and your mom for chicken again. Again, anybody has any questions, you know, it's a big process, you know, rescuing children, taking them to the Dream Center. Most of the children that we rescue are malnourished. We even have an incubator at the Dream Center. We rescue them to health, and then we want to place children faster now into Christian homes, now that we have the total government approval. And Pastor George and I have gone to the top government official, her name is Madam Susan, and she has written a letter to us saying that we are the best rescue center and that we're following all the government rules. Am I correct, George? Are you still, George, there somewhere? Yeah, there you are. Am I saying that right? What is her position? She's the child welfare representative of all of Nairobi?
Yes, she's the one who is in charge of all the 4 constituencies, the biggest and the largest constituency in Nairobi. And yes, we have gotten the best approval, not just even from, like, when she came in, she just got that the first approvals were done. But now with her coming, is even now cementing what other people have said. And now we are given the best clean bill and even the certification. And just to communicate also that the Dream Center now is being used as a place, especially because of the filing, because of the rescue, the orders. Like 3 weeks ago, we had the adoption agency, the head of adoption agency come to benchmark at the Dream Center, because there was a family that took in a child through guardianship, and now they are going through adoption. And when they were asked of all the documents, they said this child was we got him through the Dream Center and the courts, and so they came to check it through, and they just gave this statement: we have done a good work, the filing, every documentation from the day the child is rescued and until the time the child is being released into families through the court, the documentations are perfect. And those are the reasons why we are being recommended to be the best institution around this place. Yeah.
George, thank you, and all the team, all of our caregivers. You know, we find out what the government needs us to do, and we do all we can do. You know, one of the steps was so funny. We had to change the way the doors of the Dream Center open. So if that's what they want, we did it. And now Madam Susan has given us a written letter that we are the best rescue center. And thank you, George, and all the different team of people. It's a lot of work, and we appreciate it. Levi is flagging me that their kids want to sing a song from the farm out in Bungoma. If you ever want to look on the map, anybody watching Bungoma, you can find it. It's a big city, but we're in the rural area, and we have, I don't know, about 500 people attending our church. Okay, Levi, you're on, and all those rescued children are ready to sing a song to us.
Okay, you can have them sing a song. Then also their mama has come.
Adonis Bami had a ship. And the wang here, and the wang here. Here, went everywhere, went. Oh, McDonald had a farm. And Adonis Bami had a cow. And a more here, and a more there. Here more, there more, everywhere more. Oh, McDonald had a farm.
That is so good. In case you guys didn't catch it, these kids have been rescued and moved to a farm. And I taught them Old MacDonald had a farm with my guitar when I was there every time I go to the Dream Center. Old MacDonald had a farm. That is just amazing. Very good.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
Hey, Brian.
Gary.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Gary.
Hey, Brian, this is exciting to listen to your program that you have, which is so expansive, to learn of all of the different avenues that you have explored in order to reach children, which ultimately will be teaching them the gospel, and your team. All right, it is very exciting. The idea of farm, having grown up on the farm, I think that is just phenomenal, to take these children and put them in a place in which they can be independent, they can learn, they can take responsibility, they can share with each other. It is just a phenomenal program. And Brian, thank you for doing this and reaching out to the community in Alberta and wherever. So just as an encouragement to those of you who are listening in and others on video later,
Oh, we lost you, Gary. Your microphone just went dead. Can you just turn your microphone back on? Thank you for those nice, kind words. And Gary, you were just, okay, go ahead.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I must have touched something here on, okay. Me and technology, you know, Brian, yes. Okay, so I just encourage you, other people to get involved in it. A number of ways to get involved. Of course, financial is the number one, because we want the nationals there to be employed to do the work, rather than, parachuting in, doing the work and parachuting out. That has its time and place, but supporting children. Okay, God has blessed us. We support 10 children in Village of Hope, which is a little bit different from way back. And so just encourage you, get involved in this, get behind Brian and his team. It will bless you to no end. It will bless you to no end. Thanks, Brian, and for your team. Bless you, and all the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Gary. It was so kind of you to say that. Chris had to go, and I'm crying. But in my book, we're reaching 120 street kids. We just showed this, Gary. I think you were off for a minute when we were talking about it on our website. But Gary has been instrumental in helping South Congo, just helping us reach a lot of people for the gospel, especially these 120 street kids. Thank you, Gary.
Brian, it was so, I tell you, it has blessed us so much to be at the right time, at the right place when the need was presented. And of course, we've shared how it happened during a baseball game. My son hands over the phone to me through the fence because he's coaching, and Brian's on the other end, and he shares the need. And that's where it all started. God has just got such a sense of humor, in a sense, if you know what I'm saying. Yes, bless you. And yes, Brian, that work is just phenomenal. So glad to be a part of it. Thank you. Thank you.
And anybody else that's online, Connie and I are coming to Vancouver. Well, we're going to Penticton and through Kelowna and then into all the areas of Vancouver area the week of August the 7th. So look forward to seeing you face to face, and let me buy you lunch or chicken.
Hey, you're on, Brian, you're on.
Very good. Thank you so much, Gary. Anybody that's watching, you feel free to ask any questions you want. We haven't gone to Samuel yet. Samuel, can you come online? Samuel and his wife, Beatrice. Beatrice is our school teacher, and Samuel is our Home of Hope coordinator Samuel, how many kids do we sponsor monthly in the slums right now? Not talking about the Dream Center, but kids that live in the slum. How many? And you're in charge of all of that. Microphone is still off, and go ahead.
167 in the slums.
167?
In the 4 locations. Yeah.
And if some of you haven't seen my book on page 101, like here's where the slums are. Kids that are living in this terrible pig pen, one of the worst. This and the refugee camps in Congo are the worst places to live in the entire world. And I've traveled for over 40 years. These guys are just terrible. So Samuel, thank you for going into these dangerous slums and helping children and rescuing those kids. And then you guys have been our very first pastors who've taken in rescued kids. When did you start your family unit? And thank you and Beatrice for being the first.
It was in 2018 March.
2018. Okay.
Yeah.
So just over 5 years ago. Okay, you want to introduce all these kids? They're just smiling, and I've been watching them as they wave and see their other friends, family, our extended Dream Center family around the world. Go ahead. Who's the smiling little guy?
This is Moses.
Moses.
This is Moses.
Hi, Moses.
I'm fine.
God bless you. You want to say thank you to your sponsor, or read or quote a Bible verse, or sing a song?
I want to first quote a Bible verse from the book of Ephesians 3:20, and it says, "Now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than all that you ask or think, according to the power at work within you."
You being Moses, can you quote any verses about Moses?
Currently, I've forgotten. But
okay, I want you to memorize your favorite verse about Moses. How he maybe stretched out the rod of God, rod, and the Nile turned to blood or something. Good to see you, Moses. You're going to be a preacher, I think.
Yes, amen.
Go ahead, Samuel. let them introduce each other.
This is Peter Tumaini, the firefighter.
We're losing sound.
This is Peter Tumaini.
We can't hear you very good.
Hello, you hearing me?
The sound was good. It says your bandwidth is getting low on my screen.
Hello.
Keep trying. There's a picture of Samuel and his wife, Beatrice, our school teacher. And the kids were there a few years ago. Kids, do you remember yourself there? This is a few years ago.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys are getting real big.
Yes.
Try talking again, Samuel, but it's kind of sounding weak. Go ahead, Sam.
This is Peter Tumaini. He's in junior secondary.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yeah, I don't know. It is the connection just went kind of weak. I'm sorry about that. Maybe maybe George, you can come on and just say the names of the boys, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe there is a network problem on the other side. You can hear me clearly.
Yes, I hear you, George.
Yeah, so I think from Samuel's side, we have the one in black and white stripes. That was Moses, the one just spoke. And yes, and we have Peter. Peter is the one that is lifting his hand. Yeah, and yeah, and then we have the one at the we have David. David is there. David is the one on the far end, and David is now in the Form 3. That is grade 11. And then we have the two girls. They are sisters.